Hey Fur Faces, it's Klaireeberry here, and I just got back from eating some Thai food. Had a nice afternoon. I feel like it's the weekend, but I just had a snow day, so I'm gonna do some videos here for you guys today. I just want to chat with you guys. We just had a full moon, and I don't know about you guys, but I had a little, I don't know if I even want to say turbulence. Everything's going pretty well. I just had a lot of things were kind of popping up that memories, I guess unpleasant memories, and also kind of hearing new things and having new conversations about people who don't, about haters basically, people who just don't like me or like you, like for whatever reason, everybody makes mistakes, but these people can't forgive and they can't move on, and they talk about you and they do things that they say they wouldn't do or that you ask them not to do, and you're just kind of left like, why? And if you're like me, you're always trying to analyze things. Like, it's easy to say, oh, I don't care about people's, opinions or how they view me or whatever, but I think on some level we all do. I feel like I'm sensitive to it overall, but I have convictions and I have opinions, and I don't really censor them for a lot of people, and I have my own way of doing things. So I think that's the thing you have to remember if you find yourself in a spot where you have haters and it's bugging you. Just remind yourself that if you're not doing anything with your life, then you're not going to have any haters. If you don't stand for anything, then you probably still are actually going to have haters, but you might not have as many. So really having haters and people like that, it just shows that you're standing for something, and that you are special. If people like me, like I am kind of a sensitive person, kind of an empathic person, and it really bugs me because I try to be nice to everybody, and I feel a deep love. Like, I feel this agape love for like everybody, for the most part. Again, everybody has their moods and everything, but that's just kind of who I am and my lifestyle. So I think that kind of bugs me even more. Like, I've done nothing but send people positive energy. I really feel like I'm real open-minded with people, and even if people screw me over, like, I'm always willing to forgive and move on. Like, I can just see the good in people. So I think that's why it even bothers me even more when I find out like people don't like me. And a lot of times, what bugs me the worst is that people are nice to your face and like act like they're your friends, this, and then you find out later like they don't like you, and you're just like, are you really like that weak that you, and that fake, that you're gonna like pretend like that with your life? But I guess on some level that's just part of being an adult. You gotta, you don't walk around being like completely rude to everybody. But I just feel like if you have a problem with me, like, tell me. I would much rather know so that I can hear your perspective, take it into consideration, possibly change in the future. But again, you can't make everybody like you. We've seen these memes, we've seen these ideas coming through. You could be the best of whatever in the world, and somebody's still not gonna like you. Like, and honestly, the more successful you are, the more haters you're gonna have. So when you feel like, oh, why me? Why does this person not like me? Honestly, it's not you. Like, it is you in a good way, because like I said, you're standing for something. You are being, honestly, you're probably being something that they either admire or they want to be. But really, when it comes down to haters, it's about them not being happy. You see a lot of these people complete messes with their lives. Like, they are, a lot of it's just jealousy. It's natural that there's going to be some people that don't like you, and you can't let it get to you. And I know it's easier said than done. Again, I could sit here and say all day, oh, that doesn't bother me, whatever, but that doesn't really make it true. But again, if you're telling yourself that it's going to happen no matter what, and really successful people have the most haters, then you realize that you're in good company, and it's tempting, I think, to want to sit there and wonder, like, what did I do? Especially if you don't, like, really don't have any clue. Like, you're like, what the hell did I do? It can kind of consume you and be a negative force, but you don't want to, do that. You don't want to do that. And, it's tempting to try to use all this, like, pseudo psycho babble stuff, like, oh, let's just send them love. If I'm nice to them, then they'll be, nice to me. If I send them positive energy, then it'll come back to me. And like, that's just not how it is. You can't really control other people, and you can't fix people when they're broken, and you can't make somebody not be jealous, or you can't make people forgive you if they're not a forgiving type. And there's a reason why these people are getting stuck on you. And again, it has to do with you resonating with them on some level. And again, a lot of times it's the people that, like, either you have something they want, or they really want your life, they want to be you. You can try to ignore it and not acknowledge the pain, but I think, like, working through the fact that, and admitting to yourself that it does hurt, and that you're a normal person, like, you're a good, sensitive person that actually cares. And I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of, that you do care. These memes that are going about, oh, I just don't care. It's like being strong in our society is so, is so good. Everybody wants to just be strong, bitchy, resting bitch face, careless, and all this stuff. But to actually acknowledge, that this hurts you, that shows a lot about you as a person. So, look at things in a different light, in the positive light. And, in some ways you can grow from having haters. You can realize that, this can help you to be introspective of yourself. This can help you to make better choices. This can help you to learn how to forgive. This can help you to do a lot of things. And it kind of is like a little bit of pain helps you grow. You have to go through these seasons of life in order to, become a better person, and these, I think when it kind of gets you in there, that's the best thing that you can possibly do, is to figure out how you can, not to say, oh, how can I ever, let this from happening again? Because again, you have to, it is part of the healing process, is to let go and say, you know what, does this matter? Does this matter in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 years? Does this person's opinion really matter? And not to, like, walk on eggshells so that you never piss anybody off. Because again, the fact that you have opinions, nobody agrees with everybody. Even if you have a married couple that loves each other so much and gets along forever, nobody agrees with everybody 100% about everything. So just, it's good. It shows that you have convictions, that people, don't like you, and it's their fault that they can't handle having a disagreement with you, or having a different view of opinion. In this day and age, people are so attached to their own opinions that they feel like if somebody else has a differing opinion, that they can't like that person. It's just crazy. Like, that's not how it is. Like, especially like in a democracy, having different and talking through different opinions, and having these civil disagreements is like what we need to evolve. So it's their fault. That's not your fault that they can't see that people are allowed to have other opinions, that they can't, like, put themselves in your shoes to understand at least where you're coming from, and, like, forgive you for having a differing opinion, And like I said, the people that are haters are usually really messed up on the inside. Like, it's more healthy to be able to acknowledge, like, wow, you have a differing opinion. I'm going to try to put myself in your shoes. Even if I can't, I'm going to try, and then we can go on from there. And I still like this about you, or I can still see this good in you. But people, like, for whatever reason, haters like this, they get stuck. They're either jealous, or they need to learn something that you are teaching them, and a lot of it is, like I said, they just can't deal with your differing opinions, but that's something they're going to have to learn, that they should learn, if they want to evolve as beings. Because to go through life just disliking people, for basically no reason, and disliking people because they have a differing opinion, and disliking people and not talking it through with them, and just like, hey, who wants to be that person who just, like, doesn't like people for some kind of a reason? Like, that's their problem, and that's their issue. And so where it, you can see on both sides of the coin, like, it is because of you, but also it's not. It's like, it's their problem. Because again, even if you made a mistake, you try to apologize or whatever, like, or you don't even know what you did, you just did something that pissed them off, like, that is immature, to just, like, dislike somebody and then not talk to them again. And in this day and age, people are like, oh, let's just label them a toxic person and we'll just, like, shun them from our lives. But that's just, I think a lot of times that's a way to, make themselves right and you wrong, and distract themselves and to cover it up, and to where they don't have to really deal with their uncomfortable feelings. So unfortunately, I think that's what a lot of people are doing. So, it's more healthy. The strongest person is the one to apologize, and to send love. And, these people are in pain. They're not happy. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with their lives. Because normal people, honestly, happy, genuine people don't just walk around, doing this sort of thing. They don't walk around being haters. It's not evolved. And, like I said, these are the people who you look at them and their lives are a mess. They're like falling apart. They're going through different tragedy every other day. Their vibration, the frequency is like attracting crappy things. And that's why they're in a state of perpetual hate and envy and, basically just honestly just trying to distract themselves from, having to look at themselves genuinely in the mirror and say, this is my issue, this is what I want to do. You can't sit there and wonder and give energy to these people. And like I said, if you are going to give energy to the situation, just realize that all you need to do is, say it out loud, that you release it, that you value it. Because again, and you can sit there and look at, how can this help me in my life? They can help you be a better person if you think about it in the right light. Again, just remember that the more successful you are, the more haters you're going to have. And so just try not to take it personally. Just remember that not everybody loves even the best flavor of ice cream or the most valuable diamond. Like some people just don't like diamonds, or whatever analogy you want to use. You're not everybody's cup of tea, and you don't have to be, and you don't need to put that much pressure on yourself to do that. Don't be that person who goes around talking about people and trying to bring people down. And do your best. And then whenever you do have situations like this that are disturbing to you, you can fall back on that. You can say, you know what, even if I did mess up, I did it coming from a good-hearted place. Because let's face it, everybody fucks up. Everybody messes up in this life. And as long as you can say, I'm consistently showing up, I'm consistently trying to make this world a better place, then you can still sleep at night, regardless of the fact that, you have this little group of haters. What do you guys think? Do you guys have this problem? Do you care? How do you not care? How do you lessen the amount that you care? Because it is difficult. And people like that, people who can't forgive, like I said, they're weak, and that's their problem. The strong forgive, they move on, and they don't focus their energy. Oh my God. The door was shut. The dog pushed the door open. So that's why you're hearing that so loud. Oh, and now my guinea pigs are chiming in. So anyway, just to keep on doing your best and being yourself. Try not to worry about them. Realize that they're gonna be here, and and they're evolving too. And through you, in a weird way, you might actually be helping people. So keep on doing your thing. Keep on shining your light, regardless of whether a few people don't like it, because I guarantee you there are a lot more people who are watching you and who are paying attention to you and who know you, that value you and who respect you and who have a healthy admiration rather than an envy. And those are the people that you want to spend your time and your energy on, because what you focus on flourishes. So if you sit there and focus on the haters all day long, then you're probably just going to get more haters, and it's going to bug you more and more and more until it drives you crazy, right? But so if you say, you know what, for every 2 people that I know, or for every 1 person that I know that doesn't like me, how many people do? Focus on those people. Focus on bringing value to people who need you. And then, anytime you get sucked into that train of thought again, you can just brush it off all that much easier and really put it in the place that they belong. And like I said, let it better you. Let it better you, because that's what positive people do. It's the victims, the people who play the victim card, that try to blame all their problems on other people and try to, and their focus is always on bringing other people down, talking smack. I don't like them. You're trying to get basically other people not to like you, being jealous, all of that stuff. That's what that is. They're down here, you're up here. So, just keep on doing your thing. All right, guys, have a good afternoon or, morning or night, whatever it is when you're watching this. Take care. Don't forget to eat your fruit, and I'll talk to you guys soon.